5 draw, 6 blow, 5 draw, and then I'm just going to move down the harmonica. I'm going to go. I'm just going to grab that little portion. Let's see how that sounds. I'm going to use this. I've slowed it down to about 20%. Right, just to give me a good sense of the rhythm. I'm going to go ahead and then move it up to the high end of the harmonica, of course playing slowly at first. I'm going to even go slower. Now, I have the ability to jump to the hole and usually hit it, but you may want to find your 9-draw. That's your 9-draw reference. So I'm going to play the whole pattern to this jam track at a slow tempo. And I might just stop at 6 blow. I know I'm in second position, so 6 blow is the root note. So I went from 9 to 6 blow. I'm just going to work that range. What's nice is it also embodies that little tricky changeover. Once we get through the 7th and 6th hole and I get to my 6th blow, I know I'm into comfortable territory. All right, if I go from the 9-draw to the 6th blow. Let's do that together. Here we go. Alright, that's probably easily an hour's worth of practice before you can play that with me. Once you have practiced that, then you click once. I'm at 75.19% slow. I'm now at 81.30%, excuse me, of the original track. So it's a little faster. And a little faster once you've mastered that. Now that's starting to sound pretty musical. I'm going to speed it up. Let's see what it sounds like at close to original tempo. Whoop, missed my counting. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Not bad. I think I can even go faster just for the practice of it. Just let it roll on. I'll start on the 5 chord. 2, 3. Then I might bring my tempo down and try the triplets. Alright, that's example number 7. So taking the time to again find a different rhythmic iteration of our pattern. Alright, that was not bad. That was fairly fast. So I went over the entire range. But again, from a soloing perspective, you probably want to find a piece of that range that sounds pretty cool to you. I like it stopping on the 6. That created exactly 2 bars. I like that 2-bar chunk because I can work with it at that point. When you start to improvise, the next step is I'm going to play that same pattern, stopping on the 6th blow, and then I'm going to see if I can make a lick from that. Again, I'm just in improvising mode. Once I hit the 6, I'm going to improvise. I'll practice again. notice there I did some backtracking. Then I repeated. And I repeated. And I decided to leave the pattern early. That's a real fun part about this. You're going to take one example, and you'll probably spend a month on that sucker, dialing in all the different possibilities. And of course, you're not going to exhaust all of them. Once you hit the bandstand, you're going to come up with some other ideas. And as time goes on, you're going to come up with some other ideas. And again, that's the real fun thing about this. I do want to make one point. The listener, once you start the pattern, can hear once you mess it up. Generally speaking, there's fairly few train wrecks in music because they don't necessarily notice it. A lot of the times it's really about just hitting something, you recognize it as a mistake, but the listener hasn't as of yet. It's just not what you meant to play, right? Maybe if you're working a piece that you've already worked out, oops, I just hit this note in this pattern that's wrong. And usually we're able to save that and the listener knows no difference. The problem with this one is we've played a combination and then we're playing that combination again, either in the same notes or sequentially moving down or moving up the harmonica. Once you've played that about 3 times, da 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 da, if you make a mistake there, they're going to notice that only if you try to save it. You've trained them to hear that pattern. Oops, I just hit a wrong note. What if I try to get back? Now, that was a grand failure right there, but you can hear that your mind's ear is hearing, no, oh, you almost got it. Ah, you got it. So let me see if I can make a more elegant mistake. Good, and I tried not to get a little hiccup in there, but I couldn't resist it. So my recommendation for you is when you're playing a repetitive pattern like this, once you deviate, that first note you deviate is the first note of your improvisation. So let me repeat that, this is important. The first note that you deviate is the first note of your improvisation. So you are forced at that point to go improvise. That didn't sound bad. It's just, oops, I didn't mean to play that. Improvise. So you can get yourself out of that pattern and it does not sound like a mistake. In other words, you can make a mistake as long as you understand that that's your first note of your improvisation. It's heard as a great, wonderfully orchestrated lick. It's just not what you meant to play because you're trying to get to the 6. Let me see if I can mess it up with the music and see where it goes. So let me play it once correctly. Make a mistake. That was cool. I wish I could make a mistake like that again. Another mistake. Again, it's not heard as a mistake. So just be aware of, if you try to fumble your way back into the pattern, it's heard as a mistake, because they can unlock the fact that you were trying to play a pattern, you deviated, stumbled, came back, don't do it. As soon as you deviate, it goes back into improvisation.